More than 80% of its 1,196 coral islands standing less than 3 feet above sea level, Maldives has the lowest terrain of any country in the world, and by 2050 they could all become uninhabitable due to rising sea levels. As wave-driven flooding becomes more common and fresh water becomes limited, the archipelago in the Indian Ocean feels a sense of urgency to reinvent itself. In response, they officially launched a billion-dollar project to create a floating city featuring 5,000 low-rise floating homes for 20,000 people, with facilities such as a yacht marina, 2 5-star resorts, 1 hospital, a school, a shopping mall, council and government offices, and small picnic islands. It will be built on a series of hexagonal floating structures that rise with the sea, forming a flexible grid across a 200 hectares lagoon, anchored to the bottom of the Indian Ocean close to its capital, Malé. The development, named simply the Maldives Floating City, or MFC, is based on traditional Maldivian seafaring culture and designed to equally embrace sustainability and livability. A network of bridges, canals, and docks will be interconnecting the entire city. The hexagon-shaped segments are modeled after the distinctive geometry of local coral, similar to a brain coral pattern, and artificial coral banks made from glass foam will be attached to the undersides of the city, which will stimulate coral to grow naturally. The modular units are built in a local shipyard, then towed to the city. Once in position, they are then attached to an underwater concrete hull that is screwed to the seabed using telescopic steel stilts, allowing it to move with the waves. The submerged and protected coral reefs of the lagoon and a ring of lush barrier islands will be serving as breakers, lessening the impact of lagoon waves and stabilizing the structures and complexes on the surface. Buildings will be low-rise and facing the sea, with shops, homes, and services positioned along tidy palm-lined streets. The same as South Korea's Busan Floating City, gas-powered vehicles will be inexistent, and the residents will be able to navigate the city only on foot, bicycle, boat, or electric noise-free buggies and scooters. There will also be a 10-minute-long ferry service to the capital city and 15 minutes to the international airport. It's said that the electricity will be predominantly from on-site solar power generation, and the sewage will be processed locally, repurposed as organic fertilizer for plants. In addition, deep water sea cooling will be utilized as an alternative to air conditioning by drawing cold water from the depths of the sea and circulating it into the lagoon, resulting in energy conservation. The city aims to be self-sufficient. However, limited information has been revealed to the public regarding the specifics as to how this will be achieved. What we do know is that MFC offers a scalable and sellable solution for waterfront development, a seafront lifestyle much like the Maldives' iconic overwater resorts, and will have government-issued titles and deeds for the owners. We know that every residence is seafront, with individual units sized from 1,000 square feet upwards, plus a 450 square feet roof terrace. And prices start from $250,000 with possibility to obtain a Maldivian residence permit offered with the purchase of a house, inviting the international community to invest. One could argue that the project seems geared towards the affluent, rather than being designed for the local community to escape rising sea levels. The starting price tag of $250,000 reinforces this sentiment. Also, the initial agreement, signed by the previous administration back in 2010, was to utilize floating islands technology to build more resorts, not floating cities. Bison Maldives, which has been contracted to build the project's first homes by Dutch Docklands, has now successfully completed and towed the first mock-up unit of Maldives Floating City. The hopes are for the first residents to move in early 2024, and the whole city is due to be completed by 2027.
The Sun Academy, TSA, presents